So once you have the grout removed, then you want to remove what remaining. Okay, so you see this tile and this tile here. When I installed them, you couldn't see that, but afterwards when I sealed it, the dark came out of it. So she doesn't like those two. There's a few here like that, but these two are the really bad ones. So she wants me to replace those two tiles. So that's what I'm going to do. Take this one out and this one out. So first thing you're going to do is remove the grout from around the tile, all the way around. In this case it's 3 sides because it's sitting on the counter. So remove all the grout, and then we're going to be ready to start removing the tile. So you want to remove the grout so that as you're removing the tile, you don't put pressure on the adjacent tiles and chip them. Okay, so to remove the grout, what I'm using here is a grout saw. This is a handheld grout saw. You can also get grout saws that'll fit on a multi-tool or on a grinder, an angle grinder. But you have more control with a hand tool. And if you only got a couple of tiles to remove, the hand tool is the best option so you don't damage adjacent tiles. So once you have the grout removed, then you want to start removing the tile. And you never want to remove the tile by starting to chip from the edge of the tile. You always want to break the tile out from the center. So to facilitate that, you use a diamond core bit to drill holes, large holes in the tile. If you've got a bigger tile, you can use a bigger hole saw and make bigger holes, or you can make several holes. Use a guide to help you keep the hole saw in the correct place so you don't move over to a different tile and damage a different tile. Once you've done that, then you can start chipping out the tile from the center by first removing the core that you just drilled. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so once you have the hole drilled all the way through, now you're going to get a cold chisel or some other kind of chisel, whatever you have handy, a small one, so that you can get into that line that the core bit left behind and knock out that core bit. Sometimes they'll pop right out, other times, like in this case, they're going to come out in a million pieces. So just keep at it a little bit at a time, and don't hit it too hard because you want to preserve the backer board behind it. It could be sheetrock, it could be backer board. You don't know what's behind it. In this case, I know what's behind it. It's a plastered wall, but you don't want to damage that as little as possible. You want to damage that as little as possible. So just chip away at it until you get it out. Once you get it out, then you're going to work on the surrounding tile. If you have a larger tile, you're going to take out multiple cores so that until you only have the edges of the tile to remove. Using the core bit is going to really help you out to take out the tile without damaging surrounding tiles and without damaging the board behind the tile. So once you have that core out, now you're going to start working on the tile that is on the edges. And you want to be very careful to take it out a little bit at a time. Just take your time, don't rush it. Use whatever tools that you have handy that's going to help you take out the tile and preserve the board that's behind it. So don't rush, always work from the center. And if you're going to go to the edges, be very careful not to chip the tiles surrounding that one tile that you're trying to remove. So just take your time, take it easy, and don't rush. Once you've removed all the pieces of tile, then you want to remove what remaining grout is around the edges so that you can easily fit the new tile in. So you can use a utility knife. Here I'm using an old worn out hook knife. Whatever works to get that old grout out. So that's one. I'm going to do the other one. Okay, so this one's going to go here. Okay, so tile's gonna go here, like that. I'm gonna put these 2 tiles in. Okay, so I mixed a small amount of rapid set mortar. That way I can grout the same day in a couple of hours while I do something else in this house. So I'm gonna push that in, make sure it gets, the thin set spreads out on the back, and I get good coverage. And I do the same with the top. Those on the dries. Okay, time to grout. Okay, so since this backsplash was just installed a few days ago, I have the exact same grout that I had left over, so it is going to match exactly when it dries. If you don't have any leftover grout, make sure that you get a color matching grout so that when the replaced tile dries, all the grout looks even and is exactly the same. I did pre-seal these tiles before I installed them.